never vaped in my life, I swear.
Nah.
Hey, may Zeus himself strike me down if I'm lying. Hey, didn't strike me though.
Hey, I'm back, and damn, I haven't posted a video in a while. Now, you might be asking yourself why I haven't made a video in a while, and the answer is, I don't know. But to compensate, I will give you guys a door reveal. I know, it's great. But today, I'm going to be reviewing my first custom Lego bay, because all I made previously were X bays, and this bay here is called Stratos Nimbus. Now, Nimbus is based off of thunder clouds. So you can see here we have these heart pieces to give the design of a cloud. We also have the lightning pieces to show the thunder. And I gave it this black and yellow color scheme because the black kind of represents a dark sky and the yellow further shows lightning or electricity. Now this bay is meant to be a balance type, and I've tried my best to give it a balance type shape. But I think now's a good time to get to the parts. Starting with the layer. So Nimbus's layer has two main sides. It has two hard-hitting contacts with a pretty blunt face. And then it has these two softer contacts that are with a nicer curve and are a lot more defensive. And the reason why I did it like this is because I imagine that the lightning is facing this direction, so you're kind of getting hit by the lightning with these contacts, so I wanted to make these hit harder. And then the top side has these softer clouds, which I imagine clouds are pretty soft, so I gave this side the defensive part. Besides this, the layer doesn't have much more stuff interesting about it, but it is still very strong. Next is the disc or chassis or ratchet, whatever you want to call it. I didn't give this thing a name. It really is just here to further align with the layer's shape. You see the shapes are pretty similar, though I will say that the hard hitting sides just kind of go back to a normal curve shape similar to these ones. But that is all for the... Lastly is the bit draft. And draft is the most interesting part about this Beyblade, and this bit is pretty OP. Starting off, the bit contains two metal washers inside of it, which gives this thing tons of weight. In addition, the entire driver is free spin, so this just increases its life after death even further. I also gave it a boat stud for the tip, that way it has a really nice balance to it where it can go hyper aggressive or be very good in defense and stamina. And overall, this is definitely the best part on the entire Beyblade. With all three parts put together, this Beyblade's very strong. But just to show how strong it is, let's pull out the scale and let's weigh it. Now, you can't really read the number here, but that is a 37, almost 38 gram bay. So this thing is definitely very heavy, which kind of makes sense because clouds are a lot heavier than people might think, even though they are in the sky. So I think now it's time for us to prove its power through battles. So now it's battling time. So I got Nimbus here, and I also got three other opponents to fight against. We got Garuda, Wizard Rod, and Shark Edge to fight against. I'll do two battles for each of them. So starting off, we'll do the original Wizard Rod versus Nimbus. I have a feeling Rod might still win here. Rod's just pretty strong, but it is definitely still a possibility that Nimbus wins. So we have Nimbus doing some circles around Rod here. And Nimbus wins with a survivor finish, which is surprising. I thought Rod might have won that, but maybe not. Let's do another launch. That was a pretty good launch for Wizard Rod. And a good launch for Nimbus. Nimbus is very good at tornado stalling. That's where he kind of excels at, I think. But then when he meets the attack types, he can still hit hard, and that's kind of his advantage. So, yep, Nimbus won those 2 battles. So next we're gonna put him against Garuda. Honestly, I think Garuda's kind of an underrated Bay. That's why I made him. I thought he was really cool. But let's remove the boat stud. All right, Garuda. That was a fail launch. Let's redo that. All right, Garuda, and then Nimbus. Are we gonna get some big hits this time? Maybe. Not too strong of hits. Oh, there's a strong hit. Ooh, in a burst for Garuda. That's always cool to see. I always love watching the bays that don't get enough attention win battles. It's always nice to see. But we'll do one more battle there, see if maybe Nimbus can win. There's Garuda. And Nimbus. And Nimbus gets a win back there. He almost lost that. You saw he burst there. Let's break it up with, let's deal with the tiebreaker here, actually. There's Garuda. Garuda's pretty good burst resistance. Oh wow. And that was just a win for Garuda, because actually if you see here, the driver didn't burst. It was just the one piece of the driver. But that was a very hard hit. So the recoil can still beat Nimbus pretty well. So the last Bay, we'll put him up against an actual attack type this time, which is Shark Edge. So starting off with Nimbus, and then actually I'm gonna redo that because I stalled too long there and put the boat stud off in time. So there's Nimbus, and then Shark, and that was, I'll say it's a tie, though I think that Nimbus had slightly an edge over it, but you'll never know. I'll never know. Alright. And then I'll just do one more because this has dragged on for a bit here. Nimbus. Very strong launch. Shark Edge. Also very strong launch. And I believe Shark Edge actually won that one. So, yeah. So that is it for the battles. So, overall, what do I think of this Bay? I think he's a little underpowered, actually. He has very good stamina, and he's able to outlast all the other opponents normally, but he is pretty susceptible to bursting. So, maybe I'll buff his burst resistance, or maybe I won't because he does have really strong stamina, so that may make him too overpowered. But overall, I'm still very proud of this design. It is my first custom design that I put a lot of effort into. But that is it for today's video. So maybe leave a like or subscribe. It's up to you. But until the next video, take care.
Look, a shooting star. Bronco, you're changing. Bronco, speak.
The Quasi Evolution line plays a special role within my heart. Quake Quasi was the